All right, this is my white and pink blowtorch. I tie this in sizes 12 through 16, and we'll show you size 14 right now. So I use jig style hooks. You can use anywhere from like a 2.3, 2.8, all the way up to a 3.8 or 4 millimeter bead. I think this one is a 3.2 millimeter. Most of the waters I fish need a little bit heavier bead. I actually really like it with the 3.8 as well. In the fast water, it sinks quite nicely. So to start off, we're going to use some lead wire. I like to go with 15 thou because it lets me pack it in the back of that bead. So I do a few wraps, break it off. There we go. And we'll get our thread started. This is 70 denier UTC. This is just a really hot pink color. Take that back towards the bend of the hook. First thing we're going to tie in is some Glow Bright floss. So I take 4 strands and tie it together. I don't know if you can see that knot, but then that works. It started out about 12 inches long. You can see I'm almost done with it. So we'll go ahead and wrap that on. Now one thing I like to do seems to keep this tail a little better. When I get to the bend of the hook, I actually do one wrap behind it. And we'll trim that off pretty much flush with the back of the hook. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and tie in some micro flashabou. Obviously put this on the near side of the hook with us. Then for a counter rib, you can use 5X tippet or 6X tippet, but I actually really like using some wire. So I'm pulling off right now a little chunk of just ultra wire small in silver. Go ahead and place that on the back side of the hook. Now I think this fly fishes a little bit more effectively with a flashback. So for that I use this Vivus medium or large. You could probably even get away with small on some of them, but I like the little bit bigger profile that this medium produces. The large can actually produce pretty cool fly as well. The flashback will end up coming down the sides a little, gives it a unique profile. Fish don't seem to care. So go ahead and I'm gonna tie a few of these, so I cut off quite a long chunk. Get it positioned. Oops, missed it. Kind of hard with the camera in front of you. Come back to the bend. Now we're going to tie in our ice dubbing. This is Ice Dub UV Pearl. This stuff is really easy to put too much on. It wants to create some big thick ropes, but honestly I've never had it matter. As long as you get dubbing on there, fish will eat it.
Okay.
Now we'll wrap this up the body. Bring our flashback forward. Tie it in tight. Now we're going to bring our flashabou. We're going to tie that in the direction opposite of how we tied our dubbing on there. End up being 4 or 5 turns by the time you're done. Then we're going to counter rib with this wire. Go ahead and break it off. Give it 1 or 2 more. Now we're going to make a dubbing loop. And we're going to tie in some CDC hackle. And we're going to find a fairly good feather, preen it back, put it in our Stompo clip. Trim it away. Get our dubbing loop tool. And get that nice and tight. And wrap this on there. You can preen this back as you go, but I've found it doesn't seem to make a difference. As long as it gets on there, we'll worry about that now. So now we'll go ahead and pull these back. Cut away the rest of our dubbing loop. Build up a little hot spot. Whip finish and we're done. Obviously you can tie this a little bit faster if you don't put the flash back on there. I often will just come in and break off some of the back of those longer pieces, but there, it's a white and pink blowtorch.